The biggest problem now facing the world is climate change.
Millions of people have been affected by extreme weather like hurricanes and floods.
This is not just a forest, Barney. This is almost a cemetery because all you can see is death.
Biodiversity is reportedly declining faster than that of any time in human history.
The climate crisis is the biggest crisis humanity has ever faced.
If we don't figure out how to do something about this and pretty quickly, we're going to hit a catastrophic tipping point.
Hello, I'm Jada Irwin.
I'm Molly Nisim.
And I'm Alejandra Portal, and we're here to tell you how your investment can help us combat climate change.
Our company is Friendy Feed.
Cattle feed that is friendly to the animals and the earth. Farming livestock contribute about 6 billion tons of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere every year. And with cattle being the leading animal in emissions, it is important for them to get the proper nutrients they need in order to reduce these emissions. Our mission is to create a new type of cattle feed that helps reduce the amount of greenhouse gases emitted by livestock in order to tackle climate change.
Our feed is intended to help solve 3 drastic issues. Problem number 1 is in the feed itself. Cattle food tends to lack the appropriate nutrients. Vitamins, for example, are one of the most essential aspects of a diet, but many brands lack heavy levels of vitamins. This is because they are difficult to preserve. The lack of nutrients affects a cow's milk, the meat we eat, and their lifespan.
Another problem is the excess of nitrogen oxide, which is produced by cows. Nitrogen oxide, more known as the laughing gas, is secreted by cows. When nitrogen oxide is released to the atmosphere in large quantities, it causes major damage to the ozone layer. This leads to intensified UV sun rays, which can cause skin cancer and negatively affect the immune system. Nitrogen oxide is produced by animal waste, including cattle, and is caused by an excessive intake of nitrogen fertilizer. The long-term effects of the continued production of this gas can cause irreversible damage to the environment.
Our last problem is the abundance of methane emissions from cows. Along with other animals, cattle have a bacterium called methanogens in their stomachs to help break down food. These bacteria convert carbon dioxide into methane, which is then released into the atmosphere by either belching or flatulence. Methane is a greenhouse gas that is 28 times more powerful than carbon dioxide at warming the earth and is one of the most potent causes of climate change. A single cow produces anywhere from 70 to 120 kilograms of methane per year, and there are about 1.5 billion cattle worldwide. Because of this, livestock are responsible for about 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions.
These graphs show globally averaged monthly mean atmospheric nitrous oxide and methane abundance determined from marine surface sites. As you can see, they both have drastically increased over the past 20 plus years, as well as an even bigger jump in the past 5.
So, how do we plan on solving these problems?
For starters, it is extremely important for all animals, particularly cows, to have the proper vitamins and supplements in their diet. We plan to include plenty of corn, hay, barley, and other nutrients. Why these ingredients? Well, the proteins in corn are available and important to prevent depressions in forage digestibility. Hay is their main source of food because it provides additional vitamin A, calcium, and digestible energy. We'll also be including other grains, such as barley, which along with corn is high in nutritious content and provides a greater level of vitamins and fibers.
Furthermore, livestock feed is usually produced with nitrogen-based fertilizers. As a result, ruminant animals release nitrous oxide through belching. The high demand of livestock feed makes it difficult to find new ways to reduce the nitrogen-based fertilizers. However, we will use organic fertilizers that will use manure, guano, potassium, magnesium, and sulfur. Our product will not contain excess amounts of nitrogen, which will help to reduce nitrous oxide emissions from livestock.
Lastly, in addition to other necessary ingredients, our feed will be 0.5% seaweed in order to reduce the methanogens in the cow's stomach. A study done at Penn State University found that when Asparagopsis taxiformis, a type of seaweed, is added to cattle feed at this rate, the amount of methane produced by livestock can decrease by up to 80%, with no decrease in milk yield or consumption rates. This will help reduce the methane emissions from belching cattle with no impact on the livestock or the goods they produce.
So who is our product aimed at? Our primary market is farmers and ranch owners. There are about 570 million farms in the world. 90% of them are run individually or family owned and rely primarily on family members' labor. The average age of a farmer in the United States is 57 years old, which puts our target market anywhere from 45 to 65 years of age. Farmers are constantly looking for healthier and safer ways to feed their animals. So, we are targeting farmers who are looking to be more environmentally friendly and who want to supply their livestock with all of the necessary nutrients. Our secondary target market will be rural lifestyle retail stores. These include places such as Tractor Supply, Home Depot, and Lowe's. These places attract farmers daily, making them the perfect place to sell our cattle feed. Not only will we place our product in these stores, but we will also advertise the feed to ensure farmers are informed about the product. 60 million people across the US live in rural areas, and 60% of all the US is farmland. It is estimated that 94.8 million cattle exist in the United States. So we plan on having our product available in these rural lifestyle retail stores in order to reach the most customers.
You may be wondering, why would farmers want to switch to our feed? Well, currently, farmers and industrial plants are given a certain number of carbon credits by the government. One carbon credit permits the emission of greenhouse gases equal to 1 ton of carbon dioxide. But if farmers emit fewer greenhouse gases, they are able to sell their leftover carbon credits to other companies in order to make a profit. Previously, farmers faced many roadblocks when trying to earn money off of carbon credits, including not knowing how to navigate carbon credit markets, not knowing who to trust in the marketplace, and a lack of expertise. However, the new Grow and Climate Solutions Act, passed in 2020, reduces these roadblocks by publishing a website to guide farmers, certifying technical assistance providers, and providing third-party verifiers in order to give farmers an easier way to sell carbon credits. This will incentivize farmers to use eco-friendly practices, including switching to our emissions-reducing cattle feed.
What makes us different from other cattle feed? Principally, we're dedicated to our mission of helping the environment. We're the only company that adds seaweed to our feed in order to reduce methane emissions. Our cattle significantly reduces the amount of nitrous oxide by limiting the amount of nitrogen used to grow our ingredients. Our feed will contain ingredients carefully picked to benefit the cattle's health. We're proud to say that we are pioneers in the market, and we expect it to grow largely once more research is conducted.
So what do we need from you? In order to bring our idea to life, we need your investment.
According to our research, we will need $1 billion to fully get our business up and running. To start, we have each put in $50,000 of our own money and taken out a bank loan for $350,000. But we will need an additional loan of $500,000 in order to bring our initial funding to $1 million. We plan on repaying your loan back over 7 years with 4% interest. This will bring our yearly payment to $74,285.71 and our monthly payment to $6,190.48.
So where is your money really going? We will put all of this money towards the research and development of our product. Currently, there are many studies on the short-term effects of seaweed consumption by cattle, which have all produced corroborating reports with positive results. However, we need to conduct long-term testing in order to ensure the safety and efficacy of the feed. The funding will also be used to gain FDA approval of our product in order to market it as environmentally friendly and beneficial to cattle. Lastly, we will use the loan to fund our initial production and distribution costs.
We want to thank you for your time and encourage you to join us on this journey of pushing the market to the next level and taking a step towards combating climate change.